Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. Week 17 is here, 16 is in the books. I am in a rush today. I'm already late on my video. It's Christmas Eve. I got 2 games on Christmas. Doing my best. Last week I went 2-1. Minnesota, I got the push, and then I lost. Philadelphia lost, which we were winning until the end, and then Tampa Bay lost outright. He lost to Dallas and lost all their playoff contentions. Last week, you can look at the stats in a rush. Let's see. Also, the throwback helmets were Eagles Kelly Green, which I thought was last week. So, and they got San Francisco 49ers, the 1994 jerseys. Not the helmet. Nothing changes that. So, that being said, let's get on with the show. And my number 1 pick of the week, we got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Chicago Bears. Seattle Seahawks are a 3.5-point road favorite. Seattle 8-7, Chicago 4-11. Chicago is eliminated, and they got beat last week by Detroit. Seattle got beat by Minnesota last week, but kept it close. Real close game. Like I said, it was a 3-point. They lost by 3. So they lost to Green Bay. They lost to Detroit. They lost to Minnesota. I think they can handle Chicago fairly easy, and they have to win. Because if they don't win, they're out. They're done. So last week against Chicago, Jared Goff threw 326 yards and 3 TDs. Geno Smith threw 314 yards and 3 TDs versus Minnesota. So Minnesota's a much better team. They should easily handle Chicago. So take the Seattle Seahawks minus 3.5. My number 2 pick of the week, we got the LA Chargers traveling to the New England Patriots. LA Chargers are a 4-point road favorite. Chargers on a long week as they played Thursday night. New England is eliminated from the playoffs. Chargers are on the 6th seed as right now currently. LA does need to win as they got Denver right behind them. LA does win the tiebreaker between the two. The New England Patriots are on a 5-game losing streak. To me, this should be a no-brainer. They should be able to go in there. They had their big game against Buffalo last week, and they played quite well, actually. So give me the LA Chargers minus 4. My 3rd pick of the week, we got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are a 4.5-point home favorite. Washington, they narrowly won. Jalen Hurts got hurt, I think, in the second quarter. And had to sit out most of the game. And they did, because they dropped the ball, and they could have just ran out clock. So Philadelphia should have won that game, but they got lucky. Washington gave them a great game, don't get me wrong. The Atlanta Falcons, on the other hand, they had a rookie in, his first time playing, and they beat the Giants. So that being said, I think Washington at home should easily handle this. Both teams need to win. Atlanta's 4th seed and Washington's the 7th seed. So yeah, this should be a good game. So I'd take the home team, give me 4 points, so take Washington minus 4.5. And my 4th pick of the week, we got the Detroit Lions traveling to San Francisco 49ers. Detroit Lions are a 3.5-point road favorite. 13-3 Detroit Lions. The San Francisco 49ers are 6-9. Lost to Miami. Detroit beat up on Chicago. Last year, the Lions got knocked out of the playoffs because of the 49ers. So I think they might come in here and have something to prove and say, hey, we're going to kick your butts here. You are not a good team. Remember that championship game? Yeah, I do. So yeah, so give me the Detroit Lions minus 3.5. All right, and my 3-point teaser I did hit last week. This week I got Miami minus 0.5, the Indianapolis Colts minus 1.5, and the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 9. All right, let me go quickly down the rest of the games. You got Christmas Day, Kansas City at Pittsburgh. Kansas City 14-1, Pittsburgh 10-5. Does this game mean anything to Kansas City? That's why I like the Pittsburgh plus the points on that. The the last matchup, 2018, Kansas City rolled 42-37. But that's, you know, when they had Mahomes versus Big Ben. Next, we got Christmas at the 4:30 games. Baltimore at Houston. Both these games look pretty good. Baltimore is the 5th seat, and Houston's the 4th seat. Here, Baltimore is, you know, road chalk. Houston at home. I mean, they both need to win. Houston wants to keep in the division, but you know, Baltimore needs to win only if Pittsburgh loses, because Pittsburgh has the tiebreaker. So, yeah, should be a great game. Next, we got the Denver traveling to Seattle. Denver 9-6 and the 7th seat, and Cincinnati. They pretty much need to win out with help. It would help knocking out Denver. So if Denver loses, you know, that would help them as well in the playoff status. So next we got Arizona Cardinals traveling to the LA Rams. Arizona Cardinals knocked out the Rams, are in the 3rd seat, and they're a 6-point favorite. 6 points might be too much. Arizona, this is a divisional game, so take it as you will. I don't know if Arizona will quit or not. That's the whole thing. Near the end of the season, do these teams quit or not? I don't know. Next, we got the Carolina Panthers traveling to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Another divisional game. Tampa Bay is favored by 8 and for a divisional matchup. Carolina's been playing pretty good lately. Tampa Bay needs to win out with help because they lost to Dallas last week. What are you doing? I don't know. Yeah, Carolina's playing real well, even at 4-11. And they did win against Arizona last week. Next, we got the New York Jets traveling to the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are favored by 9.5 points. Buffalo has the division clinched. Now, they would have to win out and hope Kansas City loses out because they have the tiebreaker because they beat Kansas City. But if Kansas City wins, they'll know it already, so whether they sit anybody or not. So if you want to bet this game early, I would do so now. So if you want to bet the Jets in a divisional matchup and take those points, but Jets, you know. Anyway, Indianapolis Colts traveling to the New York Giants. Giants eliminated. You know, Indianapolis, very small chance they're going to get in. They still in mathematically. They need to win out with a lot of help. So they'll probably play depending on who wins or loses. But yeah, I think Indianapolis will be there to play. But 7.5 points, it's kind of big. But you know, Giants, they quit already. So next we got Green Bay, the matchup of the week. Green Bay Packers traveling the Minnesota Vikings. Last year the Packers won outright, 33-10. Green Bay's on the 6th seat and Minnesota's on the 5th seat. Both teams will probably make the playoffs. But you know, if Minnesota loses out, which I hope they do, I'm going Green Bay on this game solely because I hope, you know, they beat Minnesota and Detroit and keep that 1st seat. So that's my opinion. But it should be a great game. I'm rooting for the Packers. That's why I'm not betting on it. So next we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the New Orleans Saints. Both these teams are eliminated. Yeah, especially New Orleans got shut out last week or Monday, so they're on a short week at that. Both stay away from this game. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Another 2 teams eliminated. Pretty much even spread divisional matchup. Stay away. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins traveling to the Cleveland Browns. The Miami Dolphins are 6.5 point favorites. Cleveland is eliminated. Miami's still technically in it. They're 7-8. They need to win out with some help. You know, so Cleveland could not move the ball at all versus the Bengals. So I don't know if I could bet against that. They just look like garbage. So 6 points maybe. Next, we got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles are 9.5 point favorite. This is a divisional matchup. Dallas beat Tampa Bay last week, so they played well. So 9.5 points, a divisional matchup. Phew, that's a lot. And I think that should be it. Yeah, and Dallas is eliminated. So thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm sorry for being so late. Check out the links below and have a Merry Christmas. Peace.